I want to. I want to. Yeah, 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 yeah. We here again, y'all. Back at it. Hold on, let me share this out. Uh, Copy link. There you go. I want to. I want to. We back at it. So y'all, me and Stomp Down. We're about to go back at it again. I got some more questions, and we gonna get with you in three, two. Hold on. Let me see comments. Y'all know I gotta learn how to do this. Post a comment, share. Wait a minute. Post a comment. There you go. Bam. There you go. Hey, Hot Grits. How are you, my darling? I'm so glad to see you. Okay, so listen. Let me tell you what happened. So today, y'all, I cooked. Can y'all believe that? Your girl cooked. I don't ever, ever like. I don't like to cook. I can cook, and I cook pretty well. I just don't like to because I'm lazy. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. But y'all know I told y'all I'm doing this lifestyle change thing. And because, hey, Celine, how are you, darling? And because I'm doing a lifestyle change, I had to cook, y'all. So let me tell y'all what I made. I actually made a week's worth of food. You like to bake more than you like to cook? Let me tell you, I don't want to bake and I don't want to cook. Let me see. I got one guest. Stomp Down is here. There you go.
Hey girl,
Hey, how you doing, honey?
honey, I'm doing well as scheduled, and we got a few things we need to discuss this evening.
Do we?
We sure do.
Well, I'm glad that you here because you know I be like in the bushes. I've been asleep. I've been working. I've been doing everything, and I've been, I was sitting without lights yesterday for about 4 hours, 5 hours.
That is correct. And of course, I had text, email, and call you to verify that you were okay. But, child, I need to discuss Timothy Blaine.
What happened?
Honey,
Honey,
on his
on this
last
last
video,
video,
is that an
is that an
echo?
echo? Hold on, let me put myself on mute. Go ahead.
Anyway, on Timothy Blaine's last video, he came for the pastor very feverishly. And what I didn't understand, Timothy Blaine, is that you came for his penis and you played some kind of audio or I guess it must have been a European artist talking about uh, you don't want no short dick man. And what I gathered from that, Miss Timothy Blaine, is that you were alluding or alleging that the pastor has a small penis. Timothy, of all the white dicks that you sucked, that you've licked, you've relicked, you've resucked, you've relapsed, you've had them sitting in your asshole, you can suck dick all up in the dumpster, trash cans, back alleys, Habitat for Humanity homes that were under construction, church cathedrals, food lines, truck stops, the back of trucks. I'm trying to figure out, when did you see Pastor J. Wilson's penis? And then what really just threw me off, Timothy Blaine, was how you were actually dancing in that small apartment with those suspenders on. And all I could actually see was your triple fupa, your expansive triple fupa that was hanging or hovering over your penis that's pushed back to your asshole. Bitch, you've been tucking dick for years. And the nerves of you to come for pastor and allege, because you ain't seen no dick, you haven't seen the penis, you haven't seen his cock. You like cock, you know, that's the white, variety. You like cock, you don't like dick. Um, but you're gonna allege that um you've seen the pastor's penis. Was the pastor's penis in your mouth? Was it in your asshole? And then let's go ahead on and take this a step further, Timothy Blaine. Um, you've alleged that you are a top. Now I'm looking at your body. I'm looking at the fact that you sold ass for multiple years. I'm looking at the fact that you were passed around in the prison system. And let's make this very clear, Timothy Blaine. Honey, you were not in county lockup. And if you were, it was momentarily, bitch. You were transferred to the state prison there in California. I have the record. I have the complete record. I also have those booking photos where you were sitting up there bald mouth, those old meth photos that you took where you was scratching your face and you thought it was a mouse on your face and you thought, something was in your eyeball and you scratched half your hair off. And baby, I have all of those photos, Miss Timothy Blaine. And just getting back on you talking about the pastor's cock again. Did you suck the pastor's cock? Did you eat the pastor's ass? Okay, did you lick and lap and re-lick and re-suck and re-lap and re-suck and retake in the pastor's dick in your nasty asshole? I just want to know, Timothy Blaine, since you alleging that you've seen the pastor's penis, and it's just really disturbing. And then you went on to say, Timothy Blaine, that the pastor allegedly was humiliated. He was dressed down. He was jealous of Rico penis. Not only did you just simply state that, but you went on for quite a few moments. I actually got it timestamped. You went on for almost 7 motherfucking minutes talking about how long Rico's penis is, what Rico could do with his penis, how Rico could take and serve a child with his penis, how the penis smell, and what you think the balls smell like when they're sitting back on his ass, because he don't wear no underwear, so that it's got to be a motherfucking mess. Could you just imagine Vivian Jennings, the crease in the jeans or the shorts that Rico walk around in? Lord, I bet they'd rubbed all up in the crack of his ass. And then he's sitting over there with that long, stanky, funky dick. And then that's all Tim wanted to talk about was how long Rico's penis was and how he could service the penis and how big it was and where he could put it at and where he could suck it at and where he could lick it at and where he could relap it at and how much he could get for the penis. And if he was out in California, he'd be able to get, $7, $12, $1,500 a movie for the penis for doing extraordinary things. That's what he said. I'm gonna sit back over here, Vivian. Come on in, girl, and ask me some more questions, please.
Well, like I said, hey, Celine, I'm going to check out your videos because I need to check out those workout videos. Well, I haven't been watching him because
Well,
do you,
Vivian, I have some things marked off here because I had times on my hand, and so I said, "Well, Stomp Down, you go ahead on and write this down." Now, I want to know,
I
hey,
know
Trop,
he did tell somebody, hey, Tropical Punch. I know he did say, hey, Samantha. I know he did say something about what up? I know he did say something about ask Jay Dunn was I a boy or a man or something like that.
he sure did, and he said that multiple times, and it's throughout several of his live posts. If you were to go back 2 to 3 days, you would see Miss Vivian Jennings. I'll call her Queen Vivian Jennings. That he has mentioned you on several occasions, and he's always referred to you as man face, man body, man neck, man weight, he, she.
That gentleman has never met me. So he wouldn't know what I look like unless he go to my community page. I do have a picture of myself posted, and there's nothing manly about me except my low fade haircut. But that's not even manly because a lot of models and people are going to low fade haircuts. Females are going to low fade haircuts.
But don't he like men? Put yourself on mute, Vivian.
Well, he like men, but that's why he probably has an issue with me because I'm not a man.
Well, baby, he don't just like black men. Of course, we know he don't like black men. He likes white men. And of course, Timothy Blaine, when you were sitting up here sampling what you call sampling or a taste, you said, well, it was more than three. So let me go ahead on Timothy Blaine and list the people that we know clearly that you have a disdain for because they're youthful, they're beautiful, and they have a penis and they're not infected. That would be zero tolerance. That would be It's Me QB. That would be Walter Lee Hampton. That would be Stomp Down. That would be Jay Wilson. That would be Sean Bradley. That would be Rick Reed. That would be a plethora of people since, you said that there was more than three. That's what you stated, Timothy Blaine. Now, let me get right on over to this. Now, Timothy Blaine, you did state very clearly on your second to last post that, hey, Miss Playful Baby, come on in, honey, so we can serve and read. You did state that 5A was selling low cost wigs, weaves, and eyelashes. Bitch, what I want to know from you, Timothy Blaine, what did you sell for the last 30 fucking years? Low cost jawbone, ass, hand rubs, fuck off, dick sucks, alley sucks. You have a motherfucker shitting on your ass, on your face, and all of this was done by white men. So, bitch, who the fuck are you to sit on here and try to degrade somebody when, bitch, you were doing the worst of the motherfucking worst? See, Timothy Blaine, honey, I'm gonna give you a full motherfucking hour and a half along with the rest of these bitches this evening. I want to know why the fuck you was selling asshole to white men. I want to know why the fuck you was sitting up here driving out to California at the age of 18 to fuck white men. That's what the fuck the people want to motherfucking know. You wasn't out there to fuck black men, which they were absolutely gorgeous. And Miss Playful knows that black men have always been beautiful. They come in every shade, every variety, every dick size, every height, baby. They come in all of it. But what was your choice, Timothy Blaine? White dick in your motherfucking ass. And you know what, bitch? Since you have no objections to us saying whatever the fuck you want to say about whoever the fuck you want to say it about, how the fuck do you feel, Timothy Blaine, that it wasn't the Negro? It wasn't the niggas who fucked you up. It wasn't the niggas who gave you a disease. It wasn't the niggas who made you poverty stricken. It wasn't the niggas who put you on the streets. It wasn't the niggas who put your ass out on Skid Row. And I do have that address that you listed at that homeless shelter where you stayed on motherfucking Skid Row, bitch. I have it all. But you sit on this bitch like you somebody. And matter of fact, let me go ahead on to, since I was writing it all down, let's discuss this for the girls. So Timothy Blaine, now Miss Playful, honey, I want you to catch all this tea. I want you to catch every motherfucking bit of it. Timothy Blaine, you have stated on multiple occasions that you earned your Social Security. Now, I work 80 hours every 2 weeks. Miss Playful works 80 hours every 2 weeks, if not more. Vivian Jennings works 80 hours every 2 weeks, if not more. What I want to know, Timothy Blaine, is how do they take FICA and Medicaid and Medicare and state and federal taxes out of a bitch making 13 cents an hour working in the prison system? Bitch, I want you to do that math. Miss Playful, did you get all the fucking way into that, boo? I want to know how the fuck a bitch that's incarcerated, that's making 13 to 27 cents per hour, is having FICA, Medicaid, Medicare, all the associative goddamn taxes taken out of 13 goddamn cents, bitch, since the fuck you want to sit up here and you say you earned it. Hello? I want you to get the fuck up in that receiver, Miss Timothy Blaine. I want you to explain to these children how the hell a bitch is making slave labor wages, making 13, 14, 22 cents. You know, you was one of them higher earners, Miss Timothy Blaine, because you stayed in the goddamn penal system, bitch. I want to know, Miss Playful. Hello? I want to know. How the fuck did you sit up and pay all the associative taxes, bitch, when you making 13 to 27 cents per hour? I want somebody to explain this motherfucking shit to me. Hello? Go ahead
And
on, Vivian.
out of the money that you make in jail, you have to also pay for your stay in jail.
Right. So, Jay Boss, I want you to sit up and when you have an opportunity, I know you're a little bit forward thinking. I know that you skirt the lines. I know that he's on the verge of blocking your ass, honey, with the feather of the mouth that you put on pen to paper. But, Jay Boss, could you please ask Timothy Blaine? Because I'm going to go over there and ask him. I want to know how the fuck you paying FICA taxes and road taxes and property taxes and all these taxes at a 13 to 27 cents a motherfucking hour. Somebody help me understand this motherfucking bullshit. Now,
Miss Playful, no, it's in his book. What happened is when he got on, he said he used to be a drug dealer. And
hmm,
he said what he would do is he would get caught up because he was doing, as a matter of fact, he said he got on drugs. If I'm not mistaken, I heard him say on one of his lives that he got on drugs. He started doing meth because he had a AA meeting. Hey cousin, how you doing, darling? Hey everybody, Lady Knuckles, Florida Bay, Hot Grits.
come on in,
Uh,
Florida Bay. Come on in, Florida Bay. And Florida Bay gonna tell her. Because
Miss
she's my,
Playful,
yes, Florida Bay gonna
December
tell her.
baby. Hey, how y'all doing? Jay Boss and Vibrant Love. Hey, Vibrant, my darling. Lovely and Chiquita, how y'all doing? Everybody that I didn't speak to. Yeah, he said, all right, so he said he used to work at a fabric store. That's what the last thing I heard. He was working at some kind of store and he was some kind of manager or interior designer. Then he said, well, he wrote 6 books,
But
and and in between time and in the meantime and in between time, he was in and out of jail for
but I
selling
want
drugs and that. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, honey, my sister in here, and my little cousin.
so since Cassandra's in here and she's a seasoned woman, she's been around the world, she's been traveled. I want to ask Miss Cassandra, honey, this is my question to Miss Cassandra. She's your family member. She can get all the way into it. I want to know how a bitch is sitting up county, state, federal, local, in any capacity. Bitch, what kind of, and I'm not saying bitch referring to Miss Cassandra. This is just how I talk. I just want to know, Timothy Blaine, Miss Cassandra, could you please speak to this? Possibly come up on the panel and help us out. I want to know how the fuck you paying FICA, Medicaid, Medicare, state taxes, child support. Timothy Blaine, how are you paying that at a 13 motherfucking cents a goddamn
But
hour? I
he had
don't
no
understand it.
kids. He had no kids, so how could he? You don't have to pay child support unless you have children.
Oh, Miss Vivian, you didn't know? You
No.
didn't know? Honey, Timothy Blaine is claiming. Now, this is what he has alleged. Now, you have to remember, like he said, bitch, I've watched everything he's done for 3+ years, Miss Playful. Honey, Miss Playful, don't you understand that Timothy Blaine has stated that he impregnated that white man real bad? And the reason why the man lost the baby was because of all the punching and all the stabbing and all the stomping and all the stems that they was sitting up here pushing up in them crack pipes real bad. And then it got really bad, Miss Playful, where he was sitting up there at the very last moment. Miss Playful, remember this, please. Florida Bay, please remember this. This is what Timothy
Stop
said.
messing with that man talking about you impregnated that white man.
I'm just only speaking what I heard. Now, Florida Bay, honey, get all the way into this. Lovely D, get all the fucking way into it. He was sitting up there. This is his words. I didn't make this up. I didn't tell him to put his name on a book or a novel. This is what Timothy Blaine stated in his novel. He stated that at the point that his lover, the white man, and guess what, Timothy Blaine? Got the family's address and have the burial address. And I also went on the Google and went and found his burial site on Find a Grave. bitch, I'm gonna do your motherfucking ass. But any goddamn way, what happened, Timothy Blaine, when your lover was dying, when his body was shutting down on him? What happened? This is in your book, your novel. I didn't tell you to put your name on a novel or a book. What did you say happened, Timothy? You were in the kitchen with two, three, or four other white people, as usual, trying to make the white people love your nigger ass, even though you allegedly went through the civil rights movement. Bitch, if you're 65, wasn't you marching? Wasn't somebody putting you in the back of a goddamn paddy wagon? No, bitch, you were on your way to California to fuck and suck and lick and relick and resuck white cock. But what happened, Timothy Blaine, to your alleged lover? You, in your book, stated that you were getting high, that you were shooting up. See, a lot of people understand that this bitch has just been fortunate to get old. Did you hear me, Florida Bay? Honey, he was sitting up in the kitchen when the ambulance came to pick his lover up, and he was less concerned about his dying lover than he was about getting high. And as a matter of fact, Timothy Blaine, didn't they lock your motherfucking ass up the same damn fucking day at the same time that the paddy wagon was motherfucking sent for your stinking ass, and they sent the motherfucking ambulance for your white motherfucking lover? You know what, Timothy Blaine? Let me tell you something. See, you are the
Miss
epitome.
Playful, he said he's gay. And
Honey,
he's always said he's gay. He's written in his book that he's gay. That's why the book Love, I think it's Love in the Church or something like that. It's a book about a guy and the guy's gay. That's why he talks about it.
but Vivian, this is what Miss Playful has heard this playbook before. She's extremely knowledgeable. She's gonna put it back together. She's gonna put it together and she's gonna post it. This is what Timothy Blaine has stated since he was the age of 6. This is in his book. These are not my words. This is in Meth Monster. It's littered through all the rest of those scathing, illiterate publishings that he's made. He is not an author. This is a bitch that just has sit up and simply assembled bullshit and has thrown it together. Let me tell you something. Miss Playful.
Wait, but this is my question.
Okay.
Okay, so he's a writer. But did I hear right when Jay Wilson said that now he's stating that he's dyslexic? So I'm thinking I'm wondering if he didn't go to school or college. I'm wondering how he compensated as a writer being dyslexic. And I didn't say he was illiterate. I said he said he was dyslexic. So I'm wondering, does he use like a text to speech? Does he have word correction, auto correction on, or whatever? That's what I was wondering.
Obviously he doesn't have it because the 90-year-old editor found out some information about her as well. Yeah, she's a survivor. She sure is. She is a survivor of the same bullshit that the vast majority. If you look at the church that Timothy Blaine attends, that he's an usher in, where he's passing out coffee and cookies and well-beings and notations, and he's trying to be the lady that sits up there and give the church news, because that's what the bitch really wants to do. Now, I want Florida Bay, and especially I want my girl, okay, Miss Playful, to check this out. Miss Playful, Florida Bay, Vivian, guess what the so-called PhD editor's issues are at 90 years of age? She also has alcohol and drug issues at 90. Why do you think she's in the church? The only thing you have to do is look up the information. And since she's 90, and how churches do, especially black churches, Anglican churches, Miss Playful, honey, all you have to do is go on that website and you're going to see that 90-year-old ex-felon, ex-convict female, drug addict. You're going to see them all on there. And his secondary addict.
So his pastor is the lady that sang, she used to sing with, I think, Walter Hawkins.
And she may be, but you know what she's there for? That woman is not there for salvation. She's there for the pennies that she can scrape up off the floor, the so-called missions that she supports to the district down there where they have, baby, I got all the information here. I've got it all printed off. This lady's all down on Skid Row. She's doing the whole damn gamut. And she has not only the church is a 501c3, but she has multiple nonprofits. Timothy Blaine is not getting ready to play in my motherfucking face this evening. I'm telling you what I know.
Well, let's not talk about his pastor. I think she's a good lady. I think. I don't
Okay,
know,
so
but
so
I
let's
think
move on.
I know she can sing though. Wait a minute, let me say hey to my A1 Day One. Hey, just one and only. How you doing, sis? Hey. But he gonna be mad about his pastor now.
Can I say this, Florida Bay? And I'm gonna abide by the host wishes. But when Timothy Blaine was going through the struggles that he was going through, and he went through all of the programs that he alleges that he went through, ask Timothy Blaine, was that so-called pastor anywhere involved in that? No, she was not. And how do I know that? Because most of what he's stating and most of what he's given is public record. So that pastor that he runs down there to sit up and, clean the pews and go back there and wash the cups out and do all the things that, the pastor does. All you have to do is do research. Now, anyway, let me move on to this here. Since I've written every damn thing down, um, I've already discussed him discussing 5 and selling wigs and him selling ass and jawbone and hand jobs. We've discussed that. I want to know why no one has talked about Rico. See, I captured all of this in the audio once I enhanced it. Why ain't nobody talking about Rico talking about he was going to whip out his 9.5 in an effort to put out that fire over there at his apartment complex? I want somebody to damn discuss that. Why ain't nobody discussing it? And Rico, if you're in earshot or you pop up on Jay Wilson's platform or anyone that, which is probably nobody, that I would go on a platform, why won't you discuss how you were talking about peeing the fire out? Now, we already know you're drunk.
Did
We
you see the
already,
cleanup on that?
honey, I did see the cleanup on it, and I'm gonna give James Caldwell 100 thumbs up on that. But I want to get back to how this fiend Rico sit up here and said, "Oh, I don't know how the fire started. I don't know that there was cigarettes over there. I don't know that there was alcoholic beverages. I didn't know that I had to climb in the window because I lost my set of keys 12 months ago." Bitch, you've been climbing through a motherfucking window for 4 seasons. Is that what the hell you telling me? You telling me that you can go to the post office, Miss Rico, and you can get a key for a post office box, bitch, but you can't get one for the front door? I don't understand. What the fuck is going on here? You can get a post office combination. You can get a post office key. You can do all these things to get in the post office where people can send you underwear and t-shirts and sample products and small gift cards. But you can't get a key to your goddamn front door, bitch, and you got to be climbing like a squirrel or a raccoon or a possum and an opossum in and out your window, bitch. Bitch, you can got the fuck down. Miss Playful, honey, the only time that I've ever climbed through a window, okay, is when I have absolutely had to. Miss Playful, Vivian, this man just set up on here on his second to last live and told not only the general public, but the firemen, the cops, the people that are his neighbors, that he been coming in and out of that goddamn window for damn near 2 years. Bitch, you can goddamn, who the fuck does this shit? And it's just insanity, and no one wants to discuss it. But guess what?
I guess
Hey,
my question is, what is in your house? It must not be anything in your house because if people see you going in and out your window, a rover will go in and out the same way you go in and out. So I'm thinking it must not be too much in the house if he's going in and out the window. I'm just
well,
asking a question.
well, Vivian, they did say, and I don't know if those two people, because that lady, Miss Playful and Janice James in Florida Bay, when she made her appearance, I kept seeing her pull up some kind of garter belt or an apron or some type a girdle object. And she obviously, I don't know, maybe she had 3 or 4 children. Maybe she was pregnant 6 months ago. Maybe she has a newborn, but all I saw, and I only could pay attention to it because it was so evident, honey, she just kept pulling up this garment over this. She even had a triple fupa. And the first thing I thought about was Timothy Blaine. And he stated, meaning Rico, that I don't know if those people were his landlords. Is he subleasing? Is he giving people a partial payment? And then I heard on the side, Miss Playful, okay? Cassandra Dunn, I heard on the side, the people that was out there looking, meaning the people that stayed in the home with Rico, was complaining about the excessive amount of piss bottles that he had in his room. I don't know how nobody didn't hear this. I enhanced the video and the audio. And he's sitting up here with 211 piss bottles filled with piss in his room. These people were really complaining about Rico. I think he gonna get put the fuck
Okay,
out.
211 is a beer. How do you know it wasn't beer and it was piss?
Well, all I'm saying is that's what, after I enhanced the audio, that's what the fuck I heard. And, it's just a damn shame. I mean, it's just horrible that you have a young man that's sitting up here and he's washing dishes for his life. He's cleaning platforms for his life. He's setting up kid blow up, things out in the park for his life. He's spending $30 to $60 per day to get to his dishwashing job per day. And my concern is, lovely D, how is he going to continue this? Rico, are you going to be able to continue going forward with them dishes, with them pans, with them scrubbing objects, with all those solutions that they put up in them tanks? Are you going to be able to do that? And let me go ahead on and move very briefly on to this. I want to know why people were sitting on here, and it is an honest day of work. But people have already told Miss Rico, Champagne Honey, that he could have all of that debt from that ITT Tech, expunged. It could be done away with, but he won't do it. Just like he won't address that rotten tooth that's in his mouth real bad. But let's go ahead on and move on to this Diamond Dory. Honey, Diamond Dory's husband read her motherfucking ass for filth, Miss Playful. Do you hear
Wait
me?
a minute. Wait a minute. First off, hey, Miss Philadelphia. How are you, darling? Hey, Teresa Miller. Hey, everybody I haven't spoke to in the chat. But look, Diamond Dory husband. I thought Diamond Dory had a boyfriend now. I thought she came on Jay Wilson chat and said she had a boyfriend and not a husband. Hey, Yolanda.
Yolanda knows the story because Yolanda was in Five Babes chat, as well as Teresa Miller, as well as Just On and Only, as well as Champagne Honey, as well as Miss Playful, when she played back Diamond Doris' alleged bishop husband reading her goddamn ass for low down the field. Come to find out. Now, this is
Wait a
what I
minute,
heard.
Champagne Honey. Diamond Dory, when she say her husband was a pastor? Her husband ain't no pastor. That ain't what she told me when we was friends. When her husband become a pastor?
You shit me because she was
The
talking about how
lies
he,
we tell.
honey, she was talking about the collar that he wears, and the only bitch I know got a collar in the church that I'm aware of. Now, I'm Southern Baptist. I
Hell,
don't
I
know
can go
what y'all
get.
roll with.
Hold on. Anybody could buy a collar. As a
Mm.
matter of fact, we bought some collar shirts uh for our pastor.
Now,
I can go right
read.
online right now and order me some collar shirts and I can walk around
Okay.
with a collar on. That don't mean I'm a pastor or a preacher or
Okay.
anything.
Okay. Miss View is a view, and Miss Philadelphia were in the cut. No, they were not, meaning a view is a view. She was not visible, but I'm sure that she was there. And also, Champagne Honey has stated it very clearly right here in the chat. She said, exactly, Stomp Down. You heard it too. That woman stated, this is not my words.
They
These are her
underrated.
words. These are her words. She
I'm
said
just
that her
saying,
husband,
the lies she tell. The
And
lies she tell. Thank you for sharing out the video. Underrated. Underrated. Listen, babe. This a chat. We got. I'm gossiping tonight, babe. I just wanted to let you know. So if there's any church folk in here, if y'all don't want to hear me gossiping and want to hear some bad language, y'all might want to click off now. It's gonna be so bad. Hey,
well,
Miss Pam, how you doing, darling? Hey,
and I
so
want
wait a minute. Do I need to? Hey, Miss Pam, if I drop the link, I need you to verify this. I'm dropping a link for you, Miss Pam. I
and
need
let
you to
me
verify this, Miss View.
Miss
I
View
really
was
do.
there. Miss View was there. Yolanda is always there. Miss Playful was there. Miss Playful has been behind the scenes, baby, for years, and they know I am not lying. It is the damn truth. She said her husband was a collar wearer in the church. To me, coming from a black church, that means that he is in a significant position. And she also gave the denomination. She said that her husband, she didn't say fiance, she didn't say boyfriend, she didn't say baby daddy. She said her husband. Okay. And Miss View, you ain't got to come up, baby. What we need for Miss View to do is just sit right over there. And if it's anything that I'm saying that's incorrect, inappropriate, or I don't have a problem with Miss View. We get along perfectly fine, but she will correct me. If I'm
Okay, she
wrong,
said
she
she
gonna
in
say
her
it.
live. She said she in her live.
Right, and that's fine. But Miss
Yeah,
View
that's
knows that it was said. She knows that that was said.
all right. So now all of a sudden she back with her husband because last time she was up on Jay Wilson chat, I thought she was talking about her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Well, all
You
I'm
either got
saying
a boy.
is,
Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say you either got a boyfriend or a husband, cause you can have both.
but who is the guy that I forget his name? He came over from the black sector. Her husband was going off. I'm not saying this. This is what was recorded and replayed on 5A's channel. Her husband was going off because this woman is sitting in his home, Diamond Dory. She's sitting in his home on his technology, on his dime, on his back, on his resources. And what is she doing? This is something Miss Playful knows this. It's the truth. She sat right there in that man's home in his face. And if I'm not mistaken, she has a couple of daughters. So what an example. And she set her ass
Who
right
got
there,
daughters?
honey,
Who
Vivian,
got daughters?
honey, somebody,
Diamond Dory says she only got sons.
Miss Playful, please put it in. Yolanda, please put it in here. Please put it in there. Huh? Huh?
When she get daughters, the lies we tell.
Oh, Lord, this is just, she
Eugene.
is, honey. That's what she put in there. I didn't put those words in that woman's mouth. I didn't put it in there. And she
Well,
said,
okay, giving away his money, she been giving it away.
honey, but not,
I
baby,
mean,
let me,
she been giving that money away.
but Vivian, yes, she was giving it away, but Yolanda can tell you this. The man obviously looked at the account. I don't know if he looked at the credit. I don't know. He went off and
Wait
he
a minute,
told her.
wait a minute. He done took her credit cards away once and cut off her account.
The word on the street is that Nika got a new set of teeth because she paid for them. Now, those are somebody else's words and not mine. Mm. Hmm. The word on the street is that that woman has been paying for a whole lot of people. And that gentleman is from the black sector, okay, on YouTube. Now they're saying these are someone else's words and not mine. They saying that DD Loop Loop is over there with him.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you this. Diamond
Mm.
Dory, this isn't me talking about you. Listen, can I get $1,200?
Ooh.
I need I want a Apple computer. Could you hook me up, sis? You got my Cash App. And my P.O. box is that you ain't even gotta look. Just buy it and mail it to my P.O. box. My P.O. box is down in the in the description box, sis.
And did you see Miss Playful's statement up there? She blatantly stated because she was there, she heard it herself. She said it was grown folks' TV that she was funding. And she's sitting up here taking money out of her man's pocket. She's taking money out of the bill money. She's taking money out of the electric money, the water money, the property tax money. I didn't say it. Okay. Miss Playful said it. And guess what? She won't come from Miss Playful because Miss Playful will light her motherfucking ass straight the fuck up. That's a guarantee. I'm only restating
Well,
what the
I'm
fuck
just
I
saying,
heard.
Diamond, you know my PayPal too. Hook a
Mm.
sister up.
She need to get all the way into it. Now let me go on to my next little thing that I have here, because you know I've written all of this down because I didn't want to take anything from nobody. Timothy, Timothy Blaine, you said it on your third, going backwards, your third live post. Now this is what you stated. These are your words. This what came out of your mouth. You said that you felt bad because two parishioners in your church. I know how people feel about the church, but I'm gonna speak on it because you spoke on it. You said the 90-plus-year-old woman gave you how many $100 bills to publish your book? Then you went on to say that another one of your brothers, this is what he said, December baby. This is on his live, his words. This somebody else gave him $600 to $900. Now, all of these people, Miss Playful, are on SSI, SSDI, or Social Security. My question to you, Timothy Blaine, since you're so heartfelt and you're so religious and you're so moral and you live up to all the ethical codes. Now, all this coming from a criminal, when you gonna pay them people that money back? Because you just stated today that, the book was selling real well at $5.99 a click. So, Timothy Blaine, when you gonna get that 90-plus-year-old woman her money back? When you gonna give that other indigent convicted felon that gave you multiple $100 his money back? When you gonna give it back?
But this is my question. Was the money a gift or was it an investment?
He didn't state it.
But I don't think a 90-year-old should be gifting a 60-year-old.
When do when do people gift a convicted felon $900? When do people convict a convicted drug addict $900? When do people?
I gifted my brother over $900. He was
Lena,
a, he was a convicted felon. He got a whole house.
L- Lena, Pretty Brown, honey, you already know that it's going to be a survey. I wouldn't give Timothy Blaine a wetback, meaning me pissing down his back. I wouldn't give that bitch a half a spoon of rice. I wouldn't give that motherfucker nothing because he's a grifter. And he's always been a grifter. Just the way he describes his life. And when people come back at Timothy Blaine, Timothy Lee Blaine from San Francisco, when they come back at him and they basically tell him about his life, baby, people can't tell you what you didn't provide. You provided that you were a drug addict, a drug dealer, a harasser, a beater, an enforcer, a dick sucker, a dick taker, a dick jacker, a dick licker, and it goes on. That's what you provided. And then
Did
they
you see
claim
what
that.
Champagne Honey said? Tim
What did
paying
she
that
say?
money back on the 35th of Never Worry.
Of never wearing. Honey, he ain't giving nobody nothing, and he ain't about to give nobody anything going forward. Let me look on my list and see what else that I have here, because it's just a multitude of things that I have on this list. And I want to sit up here and I want to understand, Timothy Blaine, when you were sitting up here and you were dealing with cancer in the hospital, and you had our pastor. When I say our pastor, I'm speaking about the people who subscribe and ascribe to Jay Wilson. He has a PhD, whether you like it or not. He has multiple degrees by accredited institutions, whether you agree with it or not, whether you like it or not. But when Pastor Jay Wilson sat on here and he gave you from the greatness of his heart and the greatness of the individual that he is, he prayed for you. And what did you do? What did you do, Timothy Lane? Remember, you're the religious person in the church, cookies and cream and pastries and confectionery items. You know, you giving all that out on, Sunday service. What did you do? You talked all up underneath that man's clothing. You said he was illegitimate. You said he was low down. You said he was filthy. You said he was dirty. You just disregarded the prayer that he sent up to Jesus, coming from this man of the cloth, this learned man. And I watched your video with the cancer when you was in the hospital and the nurse came in. And of course she had Timothy Blaine, she had your chart. And you had indicated, I didn't indicate it, Jay Wilson didn't indicate it, Vivian didn't indicate it, that you had prior drug issues, that you was a meth monster, that you was a heroin addict for a short period of time, that you did that, that little white lady, that you did all those things. And that lady, that white nurse told you in your face that the doctor had prescribed you Motrin. She said that you were not authorized to receive any kind of narcotic, that you couldn't get an opiate because you are a goddamn opiate addicted bitch. And this is what kills me, Miss Vivian, Florida Bay. He said on here the other day, said, these are his words, not mine, said that he was sitting in the chair, the dentist chair, the dental chair, the dentist's office, said he had a toothache. These are his words, not mine, Miss Vivian. Said the doctor went in to get one tooth and took them all. Bitch, I fell the fuck out in my damn car at Burger King and damn near wrecked that bitch in the fucking drive-thru. He said out of his mouth.
Wait a minute. I remember. Do you remember when he came on? He had his. I think he was getting his bottom teeth. He was getting the plate redone, and remember he had the mask on before we were wearing masks. He had the mask on his face, and he said, "I'm not gonna let y'all see because I'm missing my teeth at the bottom."
Girl, J Boss, the bitch. Do you hear me, J Boss? I know you better not be driving or operating any heavy equipment this evening. That bitch had a mask on. This is the only person that I have seen with a retracted bottom jawbone, where the entire lower portion of the mask was sitting somewhere near the middle portion of his mouth. It was almost as if, and I'm speaking of Timothy Blaine, it was almost as if every breath he took,
But
it was
Florida Bay, he said the meth took his teeth.
child,
He said the meth messed with his teeth.
child. J Boss, think about this. I want you to go ahead on and get ready to buck your face back and holler. The bitch said he sat in the chair. Do you hear me, J Boss? He said he sat in the chair and he told the doctor it was a tooth, a singular tooth, not plural, singular. Said when the doctor went, this is his words on his live, said the doctor went in for a tooth, a singular tooth. The bitch took a plethora. Said when he went in for that tooth, one fell behind it, and every other tooth, like dominoes, fell right behind every tooth that he touched with that dental device. When I tell you, if I could have drove past or over, you know how them Burger King lines are set up, bitch, you can't get out of them. I damn near had it. I was thinking about driving my goddamn car over. You just don't know what that did to me, J Balls. I couldn't take no more. Listen to me, Vivian. Listen to what I'm saying here, Champagne Honey.
Wait
Champagne Honey, I want you to hear what I'm
a
saying. He
minute.
he
Wait
said he
Wait.
said when girl, he said when that doctor went in there with that dental device, y'all know that one that they go in there and they touch the tooth, and basically it's to check to see if you have cavities, all that stuff. The doctor went in there, he had identified, meaning Timothy Blaine, he had identified J Boss a singular tooth. Said when the doctor went in there with that bitch, said he immediately put that dental device down. Said when he went back in there with them pliers to take that tooth out, said every tooth in that bitch mouth collapsed. And then these are his words, J Boss. They're not mine. Okay, Cobra, these are not my words. Said that allegedly the dental device, them grips that they put in your mouth like to take them wisdom tooth out, I assume that it may have touched one of the remaining teeth that was up top. All those bitches collect. Honey, they took them all out the same. Got that bald mouth, spanking ass motherfucker, and he
Oh,
was sitting over
please.
them.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Girl,
Wait a minute. Somebody said they give you them ditches that don't fit. You know
don't
what?
get
That's true. Because my mama got some ditches that don't fit.
girl,
But my mother, y'all, now my mother 89. And I'm trying to get her to the dentist.
girl, she got a
When she say
reason.
she don't need teeth, she say she don't need teeth. She said,
Girl, she got a reason. At 89, you got a reason. This bitch said on his damn, am I lying, Lena, petty brown eyes, honey? If I'm lying, pretty brown eyes, Lena, honey, please correct me. This bitch said he wasn't even 35. Said when they went in for a singular tooth. This is shit they teach you in the fourth grade. Singular, plural. Okay? They went in for a tooth, J Boss. Do you hear what I'm telling you, December baby? Honey, when they went in for a motherfucking tooth, everything in that bitch's mouth collapsed. And especially after they started using that water device, just washed all them bitches right down his motherfucking throat. That is one nasty motherfucker. And you know his mouth probably looked like it was full of black tar because of all that filth in his mouth. And when you look at that bitch's motherfucking goddamn jaws, the next time y'all sit up here, make sure you on a comparable goddamn computer. Okay? Make sure that you can see all of this shit clearly. Look at that motherfucker's goddamn cheeks. It looked like somebody has taken his face piece by piece and put that whole head in a panini press. Put it on this side, press that bitch, turn his face to the right side, press that bitch. How do your jaws get so black? What the fuck are you doing over there? What type of shaving cream are you using? Bitch, a black man shouldn't even use goddamn shaving cream unless you're half-breed or some shit and you got straight hair on your face. How the fuck your face get so fucked up? Honey, the next time y'all look at that bitch when he turned his jawbone, honey, panini press. That's what I'm gonna call that hoe. Panini press goddamn jawbone Tim. It is
wait
just
a minute.
amazing.
Oh, wow, how the teeth crumble. Y'all ain't messing with y'all. Y'all better
A
stop.
mess.
And I'm going to tell y'all, before that person that decides to come in my comment all the time and tell me, Viv, you got a dead tooth. Don't come in my comments with that bull jibby jive. Because guess what? I'm just going to delete you like I always do. So come
And
on
you
and delete it.
and you know what he told them? December baby, do you know what he told them people in his goddamn chat? He told them, baby, I've been through this. These are his words, not mine. Florida baby, you hear me, girl? He sat on here and told them, if the teeth don't fix right, just take them back and have them file it down. Well, bitch, what about just cleaning and flossing your motherfucking teeth and brushing them bitches, and you ain't got to worry about no goddamn body filing down goddamn sides or fuck. What the fuck is going? I wish a bitch would send me some teeth. Talking about, oh, if they don't fit, bitch, the motherfuckers that my mother gave me, bitch, they fit perfectly motherfucking fine. I don't need nobody sending me a pair, a couple of pair. And girl, let me go ahead on and get into this. Girl, J Balls, come on
Wait a
in this
minute, who
motherfucker.
the heck sent teeth?
Honey, you know who sent teeth? The California prison system. And I'm
Ain't
gonna tell
messing
you,
with me.
honey, let me tell you what they did to him. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this shit? Let me tell you what they did to this bitch. Okay, when they do false teeth in the prison system, now y'all check this out. A lot of people don't know this. I want you to scream and holler repeatedly, okay? Uh, this bitch that's set up here, and when they give you or issue you teeth, okay, in the California prison system or the prison system, guess what they sit up and ascribe on the teeth? Like they sitting up with the teeth and they gonna put a serial number on the bitch. So the prison number T, the prison number that the bitch have is on the goddamn false teeth. Girl, when girl, when he told girl, when
Wait a
he told
minute.
girl,
They put his prison number on his teeth, on his
honey,
dentures.
listen to me, people.
Lord Jesus. Hey, Miss Ebony, how you doing? Hey Cobra, how are
Cobra.
you?
Cobra. Now, remember this Cobra. You know, I'm trying to reach out and touch everybody in this chat. Champagne, honey. I'm trying to reach, when I call y'all's names out, honey, because I want it to be inclusive. Now, you have to remember, in the California penal system, somebody please Google this very quickly and pop the number in the chat. Okay, they don't have 2 prisoners. They don't have 5 prisoners. They don't have 40 prisoners. Them bitches be having 30,000, 40,000 prisoners. So how they gonna match these teeth up with these bitches walking the fuck around? Honey, Timothy Blaine is walking around with a pair of goddamn dentures, not the set that he has now. That's a new set. That's a civilian set. Them horse teeth that they gave that bitch in the prison system, honey, they had his prison ID number on them teeth in his goddamn mouth. That's a fact, baby. And he's sitting up on
Look,
this
I'm gonna
bitch.
ask my cousin the next time he sneaky call me from prison. I'm gonna ask him,
Girl,
like, Buds,
girl,
yo, Junior,
honey.
they put numbers on the teeth.
Miss Playful, Miss Playful. Now you know when they sit up here and they send all of these clothes. I want y'all to think about what's going on here. Okay, when they send all of these clothes to the prisoners, I'm only saying for my state. Okay, their number is stenciled. I'm only saying Miss Playful for my state. Their prison number is stenciled on those clothing, on them jumpsuits, whatever they wear. Once they get to the pen, I ain't talking about no damn county. Okay, we're not talking about county. So why would they not stencil that goddamn number on them teeth? And Timothy Blaine walking his stinking, nasty, musty, funky, fucked up ass around here with stencil prison teeth. And you know what? When I look at his teeth now, you know what they give me, Miss Playful? You know what they give me, Yolanda is Yolanda. You know what Timothy Blaine's teeth give me? His teeth right now, that current pair that he has, they give me George Washington teeth. They give me Quaker teeth. Only thing that bitch need to have is a white powdered wig. He already got the goddamn teeth. And then he need to have some of those cobbled goddamn wooden shoes on his feet. That nigga is a motherfucking mess. Do you hear me, Yolanda? And he's sitting his ass on here talking about what the fuck he earned and somebody trying to take the change from him and somebody trying, bitch, again, Yolanda, Cassandra Dunn, I want somebody to ask that bitch, what kind of federal, state, and local taxes do you pay on making 13 motherfucking cents a goddamn hour? Bitch, you ain't earned shit. And just like I said,
No,
Timothy Blaine,
wait a
bitch,
minute.
you're a
Well, how do we,
grifter.
I got a question for you. How do we know he actually had a job in prison?
Well,
Because everybody in prison don't have a job.
can you tell me, Yolanda, what would Timothy Blaine's job be in prison? It's only a few, and a thief and a criminal and somebody who steals and hollers when people approach him behind stealing shit. Bitch, you ain't going in the commissary. That's all civilian, honey. That's all state jobs. That bitch was a unit porter. That bitch was cleaning up slop jaws. He was sitting over there cleaning up toilets. He was making beds. He was probably dusting some motherfucking way until they got him down to that dental chair and removed them collapsing ass goddamn teeth out his motherfucking mouth. I'd like to see what the fuck them gums look like under them goddamn state issued teeth. Like Jay, like
Stomp
my
Down, they try to send you a cash app.
honey, it is dollar sign stomp 3. Send it to that bitch. Let me get back
Oh,
on this motherfucker.
it say step 3. That's why I said on
Right.
ST
It should be stomp 3. The dollar
stump
sign
3.
is stomp 3. Now let
Dollar
me get
sign
back.
stump 3. I'm
Let me get
sorry. Go ahead, baby.
let me get back on this bitch for a motherfucking moment. Now, you sitting up and I'm gonna stay on this, Miss Ebony 75-7. And honey, I have made you a moderator as long as well as Miss Vivian once my channel comes to 1,000. And I'm gonna go straight the fuck off once I hit that bitch. Let me go ahead on and get the fuck back on goddamn Timothy Blaine. I wanna know why the fuck you sitting over there with a small 70s motherfucking afro. Bitch, as a senior citizen, which you obviously are, I need for you to do something with that raccoon face. I need for you to do something with that salt and pepper wig that you got. Just like I said, bitch, you got a Quaker wig on your motherfucking goddamn head. Bitch, you look goddamn horrible. And then you set your ass up in there, which goddamn Shantae. She saw it today, and you can like him. I don't like that motherfucker at all because he's a goddamn grifter. Let me tell you something. The worst goddamn thing that you can get is a senior citizen who has had a travesty of a motherfucking life. We all have them in our family. And then all of a sudden, after they fucked over, fucked through, fucked under their life, these bitches want to appear to be upstanding, stellar citizens. No, bitch, you were a criminal all the way up until the point you couldn't goddamn criminalize nobody else. You were a baby daddy up until the point to where nobody else wanted your sorry, stinking, salt and pepper goddamn and crescent goddamn dick. Ain't nobody goddamn falling for that motherfucking bullshit. Who? Just think about this. I just want to know what the fuck does the seat of goddamn Timothy's drawers look like when he pull them off? We already know that he was fucked in the ass for multiple years by multiple goddamn white men out there in California. We already know that he got half a damn 3 or 4 stomachs hanging over the front of his dick. I want the women to take their hand, take your index finger with your new nails on it, run that nail up underneath them 3 layers of stomach that he have and sniff that shit and tell me how you think about that. It ain't no way. I would just love to see that bitch take his shirt off. And then you sitting up there, and I want you to take your mouth, since you love Timothy so much. And baby, I'm not talking about you. I'm just speaking in general. Since he's so beautiful, since he's such a gracious person, why don't we transfer his record on to your child? May it be female or male. Let's give your child his record. Let's make your child a drug addict. Let's make your child a thief. And so in the black community, we know this clearly. Them bitches will be a thief. They will be a baby daddy. They will be all of the above, Miss Playful, until they can no longer motherfucking do it. Could you even imagine? Think of this. Just think of this, Miss Playful. Just imagine Timothy having an orgasm and he's sitting back there throwing his head all back and them teeth is up out his motherfucking mouth and his jaws are sunk in. And you got to sit up there and look at him and he's sitting looking his eyes and he's sitting over there shaking and hollering out real loud and talking about get it, mama, and give it to me, mama, and suck it, mama, lick it, mama. Go ahead and put it, ride it, mama. Absolutely motherfucking disgusting. The only time that could have occurred is when that bitch was 12. Ain't nobody fucking 10. And if you pull his drawers down, he don't give me trimming. Okay? He don't give me going down there trimming pubic hair. And he probably got white hair and all kind of old must and all kind of old cotton running all from and all kind of old toilet paper. I bet he got all of that just accumulated between his asshole. Probably I bet he wiped his ass straight from the back, straight up under them goddamn long ass nuts that he have. And then he wants somebody to go down there and lick and lap and suck and re-suck and then he gonna pull it out and flap it on somebody's goddamn thigh. He looking all in the people's face with his motherfucking goddamn teeth out and them bucked ass raccoon eyes and them sunk in jaw. Lord, it's disgusting. And people act like they don't know what the fuck that is when they got a bitch just like that. Multiple motherfuckers. Miss Playful know what I'm talking about. They got 15 motherfuckers in their family like that. And they don't want that motherfucker touching a goddamn plastic fork. But all of a sudden, he's Uncle Tim. No, that bitch is a convicted goddamn felon. He's garbage. He's trash. That bitch right there, I would pay him $4 twice a week to take my goddamn trash can from the side of my motherfucking house to the motherfucking road. And you know what I would tell that bitch? Get the fuck on. And if I could pay that bitch, Miss Playful, in pennies, because I'm a petty, vindictive bitch like that, that's what the fuck a bitch like him would get. That motherfucker was meant from goddamn Skid Row. And his mammy sitting up there, and she couldn't be a highly attractive woman because she produced that raccoon face looking ass motherfucker. And he's sitting his ass on here. All of a sudden, he talking about salvation and morals and ethics. Bitch, you didn't live the first goddamn 55 years of your life being moral and ethic and upstanding, and all of a sudden, because you got old and you can't do shit and you need a motherfucking hip replacement and you need somebody to sit your motherfucking ass down some goddamn where all of a goddamn sudden you supposed to be somebody's goddamn uncle, a savior, somebody to look forward to as a mentor. Bitch, let me tell you something, Timothy Blaine. Let me tell your motherfucking, and you already know my motherfucking age, bitch, you could never. And I'm gonna tell you another motherfucking thing, goddamn Timothy Blaine. And this playful Timothy needs to fucking know this, and he needs to know this well. Okay. If that bitch would have even attempted any of that bullshit that he did in Atlanta with motherfucking Jay Wilson, I would have wiped that infected motherfucker's ass all over that goddamn rented Airbnb in goddamn Atlanta. Not only would I have whooped his motherfucking ass, Miss Playful. See, I'm one of those vindictive bitches. I want you to go through pain. I'm gonna stomp that motherfucking. It's been the first goddamn two things I would have went for, Miss Playful. Do you hear me, girl? The first damn thing I would have went for. A bitch like me, you know what the fuck I would have went for on Timothy? I would have stomped that bitch in that mouth. The second goddamn thing, because I want to see something. I want to see this bitch go through pain. I'm going to stomp that pregnant belly. I want to stomp every level of fupa that you have until you shit on
But
your goddamn self.
you can't be stomping an old man. The man is too old. Hello, Gold Professor. My boyfriend's in the house. How are you? I love you.
December baby, did you hear that? Vivian said I couldn't be stomping a senior. Let me tell you something, Vivian. My mother is a very gracious woman. She's a religious woman. She's a faithful woman. One thing she told me that's in the book, and it always misplayful, depends on who's reading the book and their interpretation of it, right? So guess what my mother told me? She said, God said, be meek and not stupid. You know what my interpretation of that was, Patrice? Patrice, you know what the fuck that meant to me? That means if a bitch goddamn bring a knife, machete that ass. That means if a bitch bring a tricycle, that means put a dump truck on a bitch. That meant to me, if a bitch sit up here and they want to poke a eye, bitch, that means you take both their motherfucking eyes. See, I'm from the old motherfucking school. Bitch, whatever the fuck you come with. Whatever the fuck you bring me, bitch, I'm gonna goddamn bring your goddamn ass overwhelming goddamn force. That's what the fuck I mean. And a bitch like Timothy Blaine, the way he sit around here and talk about who ass he gonna whoop and who he gonna put his motherfucking hands on. See, a bitch like me, bitch, did you say, Timothy Blaine, that you want to put your motherfucking hands on me, bitch? So see, a bitch like me, first thing I want to do is take your fingers and cut them bitches and stomp them fingers and cut them bitches off.
Don't cut him and stomp him off. Go, Professor. I'll call you later. I'll call you. My boyfriend is so concerned. He's like, I don't know what I just stepped into.
And I'm happy that he's here. I'm happy that he's here. But Lady Knuckles, honey, you don't have to be from Philadelphia to get this, baby. And I'm just saying this in general. I don't have to be from Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, Detroit, California, baby. I don't have to be from any of those states. I don't have to reside in those states. If you put your hands on me the way mama taught me, she said it came from the book. That's what she taught me. Did you just put your motherfucking right hand on me, bitch? So what we need to do at this point is we need to cripple both your goddamn hands. That's what the fuck we need to goddamn do. Now put another motherfucking hand on a bitch. See, I'm good at stomping a hoe. And I wish the fuck I would have sat right there, just like Jay Wilson did. See, he has a little bit more patience. I would have probably took one or two more bites just to clear the throat. I would have actually probably had the rest of my little, soda, my beverage to just clear the throat. And then the next time that motherfucker popped up and I saw those George Washington teeth in his motherfucking mouth, the next goddamn thing I know is PT fucking SD all goddamn day, every motherfucking day on that bitch. And I don't give a goddamn if the bitch 62, 72, 82, 52, 62. Take your ass to Philadelphia and have a 62-year-old bitch talk some shit in Philadelphia, in New York, in Camden, New Jersey. Take your ass up there and tell somebody that you 62 and all of a sudden they just gonna be liberal and let you run your motherfucking mouth. Bitch, them bitches will take every tooth out your goddamn mouth, your granddaughter's mouth, your grandson's motherfucking mouth. Any bitch that's there, they gonna take every tooth. Hands, feet, they gonna cripple your ass. Timothy Blaine running his mouth and he playing that goddamn bullshit. Now let me go ahead on and finish my list because I don't give a fuck. Now let me get back to Diamond Dory. Miss Playful, I need your help on this. I want to know why people sitting up here saying that Diamond Dory has a mixture of horse and cattle face. I need for somebody to explain that to me. They said that she gives horse and cow face all goddamn day, every day. Does or does not the woman look like a horse or a cow in the face? I just want somebody to tell me, because from the photos that I saw, instead of her sitting up getting liposuction and bisuction and trisuction, no, baby, we just need for somebody to just break your whole goddamn head. Just break the cranium and reset the bitch. Just reset it. I don't give a damn where they put your brain in, because you're a brain dead, dumb, stank ass, drunk, lying ass fucking bitch anyway. Just break the whole face and reset that bitch. I
I'm
don't give
gonna
a
tell
damn what
you a
you do.
secret. That picture, that camera slip that I saw, that ain't the same person that I knew back then.
Okay, can you explain?
She, she look a lot different.
Honey, you got to give me some more than that.
I'll send it to you later.
Okay, because from what I'm seeing a whole lot of makeup. I'm seeing a whole lot of foundation, and she need to actually subscribe to a monthly subscription from Bay for eyelashes. If she can get some new ears from Bay, matter of fact, fuck that. We need to have Bay just open up a whole nother line of I don't know. It maybe it's medical slash pharmaceutical slash makeup slash a whole bunch of shit. But Diamond Dory from the photo, Miss Playful. Do you hear me, girl? Holly Mayback, I need for you to hear this. That motherfucker right there, Diamond Dory, from the photos that I've seen, I need for her to get a tri-year subscription from Bay. This is what we need for you to order from Bay in her product line. We need for you to order every month 15 set of eyelashes, 10 sets of ear and earlobes. We need for you to order every wig that she has in the collection.
Wait a minute, ears and earlobes?
Did you hear what I said? Let me repeat this again. This is what Ruby Lady '05, this is what I need for Diamond Dory to order through subscription. The credit card needs to be given to Bay. She just needs to liberally be able to go in and charge the credit card. I need for her, and I'm gonna relate this to Kwani because both of them have elderly camel faces. I need for Diamond Dory to liberally let Bay, since you love giving up the credit card and giving away money, just give the money to Bay. I need for you to order every month 15 to 20 pair of eyelashes. I don't give a damn if you sleep and put them on. You need to order if she has it available. I'm going to request through her website that she adds this to her catalog. Ears. You can get those prosthetic ears. Order you 50 sets of those. The lips. Just have the lips cut off and order you some prosthetic lips through Bay. Just go ahead on and order lips. No, fuck all that. This is going too much. I just want her to have that product line. But what we need for Bay to have on her website for bitches like Diamond Dory and Camel Face Kwani, Bay, just get a whole, just get a whole prosthetic line where a bitch can take an arm or foot off and replace it. The face, the nose, just have a whole just have a whole head on that bitch. Where this bitch can have this whole head cut the fuck off, taken off, thrown the fuck away because the face is garbage anyway. Just take the whole goddamn head off and replace that. And then Diamond Dory, because her titties been drugged down, because they've been fucked and licked on and sucked and pulled. Just take the titties completely off and just replace those titties. Just have a whole nother set of titties. And then when it get down to your hips, just cut from the hip bone. Just cut all of that off. The pussy, all of it. Just cut the pussy, the hip, anything that's from the lower, just cut that whole thing off and throw that in the garbage and order a whole nother bottom level. Everything from the goddamn lower into just cut all of that off and order a whole nother set of legs, feet, everything. Just order the shit through 5 days. That's how fucked up I think the bitch is. And
But I
from
got a question for you. All right. So I thought Diamond Dory was gangster boss, the diamond gangster boss now.
well, like I said, Lady Nika, Kwani, Bless Watkins, what's that other one? Rita Philadelphia. Matter of fact, we just gonna throw Brianna whole body away. Just throw that bitch straight into just get rid of her. Just dispose of that bitch and just bring back a whole nother person and put Brianna on the bitch. It's just so many of them that have horrible bodies and they have a horrible
No,
palate that they eat from.
but this is what I'm asking you. I thought
Mm,
Diamond Dory was okay. So you, her husband's a preacher now, right?
mm.
But I thought last week she was a gangster, and she was looking for a mob to
Did you say
mobster.
Betty White? Did she say looking for a mobster? Let me tell you something about Diamond Dory. Diamond Dory, the kind of hole that you got to always have anywhere from, let's say the bail was set at 10,000. Okay, do your math. Just have that set aside. Let's say the bail was set at 20 or 30,000. Do the math and just have that set aside. She the kind of bitch that should have been stumped when she was 2. She was the kind of bitch that need her ass whooped when she walked in Dollar Tree. Anytime that bitch, I don't give a fuck where Diamond Dory stays at, because Jay Wilson has mentioned where I don't give a motherfucker. A bitch like Diamond Dory, Rita Philadelphia, Brianna, I would run up in Brianna's house, and what I would do with Brianna, I would just take all the food out the motherfucking house. Bitch, we don't need to whoop your ass. We're gonna whoop your ass. Like Mama used to say, we're gonna whoop your ass a whole nother goddamn way. Just take the bitch's goddamn delivery pamphlets and shit away from her motherfucking fat, stinking, nasty, sour, funky ass. And you know what I don't understand about Brianna? Let me get on her for a moment. Bitch, the ring around your neck is not makeup. It's not because you slept in your makeup. Honey, that took you 30 years to make that ring around your motherfucking neck. Now, if I walked into 2 of my 3 bathrooms, full bathrooms here in my home, and I saw the same ring around my bathtub that I see around your motherfucking neck, I need to get somebody over here, Culligan. I need to get somebody to come over here and treat this motherfucking water. Bitch, what I need to understand, Brianna, when the fuck you gonna treat that neck? And see, the treatment that you need for the neck is to stop eating. You don't need liposuction. You don't need nobody taking lower and piecing this out. No, you just need to stop fucking eating. Honey, that neck right there gives me swollen feet, ankles, knees. You don't have periods anymore. I'm pretty sure that your farts and your shit smell like straight ass goddamn burnt goddamn corn oil. I mean, absolutely fucking disgusting. And a big, nasty, funky, sweating, stinking ass bitch like you, there's no way that you clean it under your nails. And you got enough nerves to say that you getting your nails done. Bitch, who the fuck is doing in-home nails when they can't even goddamn get through the door, bitch? They got to come through a window to put nails on your motherfucking hand. Bitch, ain't nobody doing that goddamn bullshit with your big, funky, stinking ass. And then they got to sit up there with, oh, they got to sit up here and deal with not only the massiveness of your body, but then they got to sit up here and dig all kind of frosted shit out from underneath your fingernails. They got to dig out Burger King bag sandwiches. They got to deal out all kind of baked goods out from under your goddamn fingernails. And in the cuticles, bitch, they got to go back to the full knuckle just to clean that shit the fuck out. And you got your big stinking fucking ass on here and you worried about, no, bitch, what you need to be worried about is what is the crematory? What is the weight size? Can they sit up here and burn up 600 pounds of goddamn fat? That's what the fuck you need to be worried about, because bitch, I definitely don't want to see you in an oversized casket. So I'm gonna be the first bitch flying the fuck in and take multiple photos of that bitch from the side to the front. A half a cab of a goddamn semi, they gotta lay your big nasty stinking ass in because you won't goddamn lose no motherfucking weight. And you sitting on here reading the bitch. No, bitch, the read is you sitting up here in a half a cab of a frozen semi truck in somebody goddamn funeral parlor and talking about we gonna view this bitch outside because she can't be put in one of these rooms. She can't be put in the chapel. But see, you ain't figured that shit the fuck out. Just big and funky and nasty and stank. And I would just so hate, okay, to be the bitch that's got to sit up here and go in a hamper and take out even 2 days of your panties with the panty liner stuck to them, and the shit look like old Barb black liquor that's been spread in that bitch, and put that in what washer? Bitch, I'm pretty sure, Brianna, you probably been through probably 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 home health care aides. Bitch, ain't nobody getting ready to pick up another hole's goddamn panties. We know you ain't having no period. And then you sit up here and you got a mountain of pubic hair stuck to the panty liner, the panties, the whole seat of that bitch look like a whole goddamn bar, goddamn Brazilian goddamn chocolate and pasted to that bitch. And then you want somebody to sit up here and treat you like a motherfucking lady. And then you sit up in the bathtub because we know you ain't got shit that you got to walk over. You can't walk over no bathtub. They got some shit in your house that's meant for people that's on goddamn independent care or some kind of care program, and they got to take your ass in here, and then they got to go underneath titty meat, areolas. They got to get all in between your legs, and ain't no telling what that towel be looking like. It ain't no telling what that towel look like when they take that motherfucking running between them thighs, honey, and come up out of it. Now, honey, I want y'all to get a complete visual on this. Honey, ain't no face towel. You know how mama used to say face towel,
Hold
bath
on,
towel?
hold on, hold on. I don't want to have a visual of that.
Can I just give it to you right quick for the room? Because they want it. They want this. Just have it, honey. It ain't no face towel. It ain't no bath towel. It's one of them longer towels that should have been cut into 3 pieces of face towel. And then they're going to take that with a whole oven mitt on their hand. I said oven mitt. Okay, oven mitt, and they're gonna take that towel and run it in between her thigh and then come back out the front, and then you got to look at all of that all that ass that come out and that old puss and all that discharge, all that leaking that's got to come out from underneath that. And think about this, Vivian. Not only are you got to do that in between the legs, then you got to go underneath them breasts, and you got to. I bet it's a whole goddamn mushroom colony growing up underneath them titties. And you know, they leaning all underneath her armpits. I bet that bitch probably got about $3,000 worth of mushrooms sitting right up on her goddamn armpits, and another 2,700 right up underneath her titties. It ain't nowhere in the world this bitch talking about she going to Lane Bryant. She ain't going to Victoria's Secret. Bitch, they don't let hoes like you order shit offline like that, because it ain't no way that they measuring for your back. How they
My
measuring for your
question
back?
is, I didn't know Victoria's Secret had. I, look, I ain't found no bra that fit me at Victoria's Secret.
Did you hear me, Betty White? Betty White, did you hear me? Honey, they got to take the whole oven mitt. You got one woman with a whole plastic glove because they got to hold on to the hip. Then the right hand that towel is in that's soaked up real bad and got all kind of goddamn earth salts and things of that nature on it. You know, all those abrasive chemicals and things. They got to apply that to that towel and take that and run it right back from her. You know, her whole ass slit is probably all the way up in the middle of her motherfucking back. And they got to take that and run that whole towel from the back of that ass all the way up to that box, all the way up to her goddamn third stomach. They got to do that 4 or 5 times. And you know they ain't sitting in there, honey, without a mask on. They probably got gas masks on for that big nasty bitch. The old painter mask. You know, they got to go out there and get them painter masks to put on their face to sit up there and bathe that big nasty funky bitch. And she's sitting on here like she's somebody special because she can sit over here and buy a piece of hair for a goddamn head. Bitch, buy some goddamn fucking closure for your mouth. You sitting on here talking about you need to get a closure with your weave. No, bitch, buy a closure for that motherfucking hole that's in your goddamn face. Closure that. That's what the fuck you need to do. Just big, funky, and nasty, and stanky, and it don't make no sense. Another woman looking at that woman can just simply imagine. Did you hear me, Cobra? Florida Bay, honey, just think of that M95 mask. You got to put 4 of them motherfuckers on just to take that towel from the back of that ass slit to sit up in the middle of her goddamn back. And we don't even know where the goddamn spine begin and end at. We don't know where the tailbone is. And you got to sit up on that motherfucker and work that bitch like you out here working, picking plums and apples and oranges and shit in a goddamn field somewhere. Now all of a sudden you become another nigger slave, as Kwani say, because you got to bathe this big, nasty, funky, stinking ass, fucking rotten, cock smelling ass bitch. And then she gonna sit her ass up on here like somebody ain't gonna come for her. Bitch, you done got the fuck down. Somebody need to take your ass. This is what it don't make no sense to me. for you to be the age that you are. And honey, I can't stop, and I'm not gonna goddamn stop, Florida Bay. Honey, just imagine this woman. And I'm a small framed man, and I know I get a little stinky sometimes, but I'm always well kept. Honey, just imagine you got to take this big, nasty, sour, funky motherfucker. She got crumbs all over her body because she been sitting in one spot ordering food. And you got to take this big motherfucker, and you got to take two people to get this bitch to, and you got to take this big. Sometimes they can't even take this bitch to the bathroom. They got to sit up and bathe this bitch in the chair in which she's sitting in. And you got to sit there, and they only give you 4 hours to do it. You know, Medicaid and all them people, they only giving you 3 or 4 hours to do it. And you sitting up here rushing yourself, your children, when you get home, ask your mother what happened. Why are you so traumatized? What the fuck did you go through? Why are you acting like this? Why are you sitting up here throwing shit at the wall? Why are you sitting up here screaming out and holding your hair and looking all up at the ceiling? That's because they had to wash Brianna's big nasty fucking ass. They had to go over there and wash that big nasty bitch, and they had to sit over there and wash her clothes. And these women got to go home to their children, and the children are sitting over there looking at their mother and saying, what the fuck went on? What happened over there? The woman been traumatized because, first of all, she had to take the clothing off this big, nasty, funky bitch, Brianna, and sit there and, honey, just think about this, Betty White. Honey, just think about the areola on Brianna's titty, and it's damn near at her back in the
Hold
middle.
on, Stomp Down. Duncan, you might not want to be here for this chat.
Just big and funky. Just big and funky and nasty. And then she wants somebody, and then at the end of that, Vivian, then she gonna tell the attendant, the home health care aide, can you get my sandwich out of the refrigerator? Bitch, I'll push the whole goddamn
You better
refrigerator over on
stop.
your ass.
You better stop it.
Let me go ahead on and finish this up because I got to get this meat out of this oven. You know what, Florida Bay, honey? You know, I told you I was coming on here, and I told you that I was going to talk about multiple people. Let me go ahead and give the list, okay, Patrice, of who I've talked about. And you always have to be descriptive. You always have to identify and let these motherfuckers know that you coming for all of it. I've discussed Timothy Blaine in detail. I've discussed horse face, or you may call her cow face, a dog face, Diamond Dory. I've also talked about Rico. I've also talked about how they tried to implicate Pastor Jay Wilson. They tried to degrade him. Also, Vivian Jennings, where you've had multiple people call her out of her name and be very mean to her and degrading. And I meant business when I came on this bitch. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you come on here and I think you getting a little bit out of goddamn line, and there are multiple people, this December Baby and Lovely D and Patrice and Betty White and Duncan, there are multiple people that I'm gonna come for, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck I think about you. I'm gonna tell you how the fuck the world sees you. I'm gonna tell you outside of that computer that you're on, or that cell phone, iPhone, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna tell you what the real people think of you, and I truly don't give a fuck because you brought the shit on here. I'm gonna talk about it 24/7. And let me end this with Timothy Blaine. Timothy Blaine, let me explain something to you. For an elder, and that's only a name, because see, I was brought up with a mother that didn't allow us to ascribe elder to a bitch just because they were old. Timothy Blaine, let me say it again. I have a very gracious, a very well read mother, a very well put together mother. We don't consider you to be an elder bitch just because you got to be an old bitch or old hoe or old tramp or an old slut. We all know old hoes, old sluts, old bitches, old dick suckers, old ass fuckers. We know all of them in our community. Bitch, you don't get ascribed, or you don't get, how can I put it? You're not going to receive the title of elder simply because you just got old. What the fuck does that mean? That means absolutely nothing. I know a whole lot of old hoes. I know a whole lot of Lovely D old sluts. Betty White, I know a whole lot of old tramps. Lady Knuckles, you and I both know a whole lot of beat down, bust down niggas. We know them all. But you know what always stops them? There's two things, or actually three. There's God, and there's death, and there's health. And just because that bitch over there in California has gotten old, he's not an elder. He's just an old ass criminal. He's a bitch that got too old to continue to fuck, to suck white men off. And let me stay on that for a moment, Vivian, if you don't mind. You got to think about a black man. If he's 63 years of age, think about this, people. He grew up during the civil rights movement. He is absolutely a part of the baby boomer generation. His whole emphasis on his life was fucking white men, sucking white men, doing drugs with white men, living with white men. He has had absolutely nothing. He has limited his accessibility. He has limited his access to black people his entire goddamn life. When this bitch got sick from his ailment, and I'm putting that kindly because I know people don't like me to speak on it, but I don't give a fuck. What did he do? He didn't go home. He didn't go home, Vivian. He stayed there, and guess what he continued to do? Even after they set up here and sent an ambulance for his husband, his boyfriend, even after all that occurred, guess what? Look at all the photos of Timothy Lee Blaine online. Who is he surrounded by? He's not surrounded by black people. And what Timothy doesn't understand, I know that he has an uncle in San Francisco. He knows that I know. He doesn't have any photos of his black family on his Facebook. No, nowhere. All you will see of Timothy is Timothy surrounded and grinning and giggling like a Sambo ass goddamn nigga around white men. That's what he loves. And that's what he likes. And Timothy Blaine, I want to see how you gonna cut this up. I want to see how you gonna piece it up. I'm gonna see how you gonna do all this. And this is a Negro, Vivian Jennings, Yolanda, Deanna Court, Patrice. Think about this. This is a Negro from the civil rights movement. He grew up in that. He can tell you the day that he saw on TV Dr. King get killed. He can tell you all of this. And guess what he wanted? Beyond all of that, in which he grew up in, he's 63. Guess what he wanted? He wanted to continue to suck white dick. He wanted to continue to, because some white boys ain't nothing but freaks. They ain't up. They're like animals. Not only was he fucking them, but they was fucking him. He was sucking a dog's dick. I relate what he was doing to like laying down with a dog. And his whole life, just like Jay Wilson stated, he has run behind white men. He has run behind white people. He has fucked white. That's his whole life. And I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to tell you something, Timothy. What I'm going to wait on you to do, because what I have, nobody else has. I have 15 years of booking photos. And just like online, on YouTube, you can go and see these counties when they release the photos of people when they first came into the system, where it shows you when they had teeth and they didn't scratch their face out and they didn't scratch their hair out and their eyes wasn't droopy and it wasn't all that. I will go and create a whole nother YouTube page on a whole nother PC in a whole nother county. And I will upload all those goddamn photos in a slideshow. And I will show them all the way up until the last time that you were in the prison. And it will show no teeth. It will show how you dug in your face. It will show all the marks on your arm. It will show all the spots on your face. Since you want to talk about 5A and the spots on her face, bitch, let's look at the spots on your face. Let's look at your bald mouth. Let's see you sitting up crying. Got a photo of you, bitch, crying in the booking room. So you go ahead on Timothy Blaine and you chop it up, you piece it up, you cut it up, you get a little taste of it. And when you give me a taste of it, by next week, when I go to another county and I create this little slideshow, and I'm going to begin it with you crying, and I'm going to end it with you crying. Vivian, I'm done, baby.
Good gracious, these people ain't got no time for you. They ain't got no time. They can't beat your time. They can't beat your time. Somebody say better yet, make a picture book.
Yeah.
Beatrice say make a picture book. That's
And
funny.
the Vivian, before I get out of here, can you tell Timothy Blaine, because I'm going to upload this video to my channel, of course, it's on yours. Can you go ahead on and tell Timothy Blaine to get a little piece of it? To get a little piece of it,
Just a little piece.
right?
Just a little piece. Cause well, he
Well,
gonna take a piece. I ain't even got to tell him to get a little piece of it, cause he gonna break this down anyway. You know he gonna take the whole thing.
yeah, people normally sit over here, they email him or send it to him by probably within an hour, 2 hours, he comes back, and that's fine. But I just want to put Timothy Blaine on notice that, yeah, know the uncle that's in San Francisco. Have the photos of, because you can go on to find a grave. Got that other boyfriend. Know the parents' home. Got all the booking photos. We're gonna have a great time there, Timothy Blaine. So you go ahead on and you get you a piece of that. That's what you do.
Oh Jesus, y'all listen. I'm gonna have merch coming soon. I'm gonna have my Everyday People T-shirts, and I'm gonna have my Veterans Lounge T-shirt and my Team Assassin T-shirt coming soon.
Can I ask you this, Vivian, for the people in your chat?
Yes, my darling. And
Can you
Stomp Down,
guys?
hold on. And this is Stomp Downs. Stomp Downs cash app is $Stomp3.
Mhm. And can,
STOMP3.
and can I ask you guys to do this for me and Vivian as a favor? I'm going to upload this video to my channel. Of course, Vivian, when she gets off of here, it's going to be uploaded to hers. Please do us both a favor and share and tag. Again, share and tag these videos, and we highly appreciate it. Vivian, I got to get off here because I, of course, got to go to work at 6:30 in the morning. It has been very gracious of you to allow me on your platform, baby. I'm going to text you tomorrow morning when I get to work, and we'll chat a little bit more.
Yes, my darling. Yes, my darling. I have to go to work in the morning also too. So you guys, that was the one and only Stomp Down. The one
Read,
and the only Stomp Down. Get into the receiver.
read.
Read and serve. Yes, God. Yes,
Hmm.
God. Somebody say I want a prayer blanket. We need one. We need one. All right, you guys. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Stomp Down. You got anything? Any closing words? Up, Stomp Down gone. Thank you, Reasoning, for dropping Stomp Down's channel in there. Y'all, thank y'all for coming over. It's been an hour and a half. And I appreciate y'all for coming to hang out with the two of us. And y'all, as my mama says, live, love, and laugh. And as my dad says, Lord, make us a blessing so we can be a blessing. And I pray that we were a blessing to somebody. And Reasoning, guess what? The church finally ran out of bags. I went and got some today. All right, sis. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. I'm out. Deuces, two fingers.